Hey y'all, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with the message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. Okay, but before we get to the reading today, if you haven't already, I would like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this month, so if you like this reading or anything else that I do, please go ahead and feel free to subscribe. To all of my returning sunflowers, thank you so much for being here, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to read for you. Before we get started, I'm just going to show you all of the cards on the spread, and then we will get to the message. So first, opening the reading, we have the Seven of Cups, the Chariot card, which is Cancer energy. We have the King of Pentacles, which is mature, masculine, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the King of Swords, which is mature, air sign energy, masculine, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. We have the King of Wands, which is masculine, air sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have three kings on this spread, which is really, really interesting to me. Three kings. I know three kings is like a thing. Three kings. So that might be significant for some of you guys. And it might not be, just in case. Two of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Princess of Chalices closing the reading here. Your overall energy is your energy. The Lover's card, Gemini, your energy is coming through very, very strong here. But the hidden energy here is the Justice card, which is Libra energy. Okay, so before I get started, all the kings and the major arcana that's here tells me that there's something that's like really important happening in your life right now. So if this reading resonates with you, it's important for you to pay special attention to where your energy is going right now, because some really important things are happening for you. This is like a really pivotal time in your life, okay? If you are in the masculine, I do see you trying to figure out how to embody the aspects of your personality, or how to reconcile aspects of your personality, because I do see some very strong Gemini energy coming out, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. We have the King of Swords, the Hermit, and the King of Wands representing kind of the presence energy here. And what this tells me, you see the contrast between the King of Swords and the King of Wands. There's this need for you to be serious and be future focused and to be highly motivated, but also not distracted, right? You want to stick to your vision. You want to basically operate like a horse with blinders on, not really worried about anything else and any other distractions that are going to get in the way. You're trying to chop those out of your life. And this is even if you're not in the masculine, and you don't have to be in a masculine form to be in the masculine energy. Just keep that in mind. And then you're trying to balance that with being a very passionate person, somebody who's very ambitious and excited about life, somebody who's highly driven and motivated and very independent and an independent thinker, and somebody who likes to do things their own way and march to the beat of their own drum. Now, specifically for those of you who are embodying the feminine, you might be dealing with a Gemini or a Gemini energy that is in the masculine that's feeling like this. And if not, I just feel like the energy that I'm kind of getting from this is like, there's this masculine who might be playing a role in your life that's not totally emotionally available. So when we keep the three kings in mind, what king is missing? It's the King of Cups, the king of emotion, the king of being heart-centered, the king of feelings, right? Is not here on this spread. So there's somebody who's not totally emotionally available, whether that's you, Gemini, or you're dealing with the Gemini, or it's somebody that you're dealing with outside of you. Somebody here is not totally emotionally available. The Lover's card here represents this kind of the divine feminine and masculine energies coming together to create something whole, right? Whether that's within you or outside of you, it doesn't necessarily matter. But sometimes what we're going through internally can reflect what's happening externally. So if you are not somebody who is very in touch with their emotions or very emotionally available, you might be attracting people who are not very emotionally available. And you might be tricking yourself into believing that you're the one with the feelings, that you're the one who's in touch with their emotions. But really, why would you pursue somebody who was emotionally unavailable if you really wanted an emotionally intimate or an emotionally connected relationship? Do you know what I mean? That's one of the ways we trick ourselves into believing that we're not the problem, is by pursuing people that we can blame everything on, right? We get into relationships with these people that we can scapegoat. And yeah, they do us wrong. They disappoint us. They lie to us. They manipulate us. They do all of these things. But at the end of the day, it's because we're looking for a scapegoat. We're looking for somebody to say like, well, if the relationship fails, it's your fault and it's your problem because you're the one who's not this and you're the one who's not doing this. But why continue to be in a relationship with somebody who is clearly emotionally unavailable if you're not also emotionally unavailable? Just something to keep in mind. That may not apply to everybody, anybody, but that's just something that I was guided to say. So I said it. Okay. The Hermit card energy being here, Virgo energy being here at the center of the spread tells me that there's something about unlocking this love within you. Okay. There's a need for you to pour into yourself and to focus on that which contributes to your overall vision for your life. I see you being highly motivated by something that's happening or something that's shifting around you. But there's also this energy of feeling like somebody else is supposed to be like this missing piece, or they're supposed to come in and complete something, or they're supposed to come in and do something that really creates the shift or really encourages this shift. I think maybe you're waiting on somebody to like really open up and be passionate about you, or really open up and show you that desire or show you that fire that they have for the relationship that they have with you. And I think, honestly, to be honest with you, based on what I see, that's what's going to happen. I do see somebody coming forth and allowing their emotions to be expressed. Now, this could be you. Once again, this could be you who's kind of been playing this emotionally unavailable role, a little bit cold and then hot and cold sometimes, right? And then kind of in and out or up and down, like really operating at extremes within this dynamic or this relationship or even an environment, right? This could be a workplace environment or something like that. But to me, it really does look like a love reading. It just looks like a love reading without the love. I think there's a lot that's going on within this person's mind or your mind that's like you're just trying to figure out who you are and what it is that you want. But I do see somebody allowing their emotions to take them forward, maybe even expressing something, but still not totally emotionally available. Somebody might be able to communicate their feelings without actually feeling their feelings. That might be something that you deal with, or this person deals with, is like this idea of intellectualizing your feelings. Okay. And when you're capable of doing that, it almost makes you feel like somehow you're above feeling your feelings. Somehow you're above processing those things. But feelings can only be, how can I say this? You have to allow feelings to pass through you. It doesn't mean that you act on every feeling that you have, or that you even believe every feeling that you have. It's just that you're allowing yourself to experience those things. I see somebody here is very, very intelligent, and they tend to intellectualize their feelings to a point where they feel like that makes actually feeling their feelings obsolete. And that's just not ever going to be true. Okay. I don't necessarily feel that this person is totally emotionally available because of that, because of their tendency to intellectualize their feelings. It's like they understand why they would feel that way. They can even validate their own feelings, but they're not feeling it in their body. They're not feeling it in their heart. They're not allowing themselves to really ride that wave of emotion. And then something shifts, something changes, and this person maybe learns how to tap into that. And I don't know if it's triggered by a response or a reaction or something, or maybe some exhibition of somebody being very passionate, but I'm going to clarify to see if I can get a little bit more information about what might be happening here. So can we clarify the wheel for Gemini, please? We have the Three of Wands. So somebody's been anticipating or hoping that things change for a while now, hoping that they get some sort of sign that this person that they're connecting to actually wants to be with them. Somebody has been waiting for that big, grand, emotional or passionate gesture to show like they actually do want me. They actually do like me, right? The Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck tells me that somebody is, and I do feel like there's somebody, I don't know, like I feel like it's fair to say that some of you might be cross watchers and some of you might actually be the person that I'm speaking about. So it's hard for me to say or to address one way or the other. So if I switch back and forth between you and they, I apologize for any confusion. But I just feel like the person who's kind of emotionally unavailable right now, or who's most obviously emotionally unavailable, let me say it like that. There's somebody who's been waiting on that person to open up, to like show them something more, something greater, or something more intense, as opposed to just being intelligent or intellectual or logical, right? They're waiting on that kind of passionate expression. And it might come through anger. It might be some sort of angry or excited response, or just, I don't know. And I don't want to say that you should be putting up with people's rage or anything like that, but I just feel like there's going to come a moment maybe when somebody cracks, or that's what somebody is waiting on, for somebody to crack. Okay. The King of Wands, let's clarify that energy. So they can, once you crack, they can say, oh, you're actually a human being. Oh, you actually have feelings. Oh, you, you know what I mean? The King of Wands, can you clarify the energy for Gemini, please? We have the Five of Cups. This is an energy of eliminating anything that's not necessary. Okay. It's also an energy of being disappointed. It's making sacrifices, even when it's difficult. We have the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords clarifying this King of Wands. Okay. So this tells me that this energy is a little bit manipulative. Okay. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I was going to say this earlier, but I just wanted to wait for a little bit more confirmation. I think the reason why this person is going to have this reaction, or the reason why this person is going to exhibit this strong, passionate energy, is because you might decide to cut them off, or to distance yourself emotionally, or to separate yourself from this dynamic or this relationship. And it's almost like in an effort to like get you back, or to like show you something that you haven't seen from them, or to like, it's almost like them like, it really does, honestly. Either this person is really, really conflicted about whether or not they should let you in or show you that side of them, or they're doing it to manipulate you into believing that they actually have feelings for you. Okay. This is a really complicated and complex energy, right? Because we have all these kings on the spread. So kind of what I'm feeling like, this person is showing you all of these faces. But once again, I'd like to mention once again that the king that we don't have is the King of Cups, the king of actual emotion. Okay. It's easy for somebody to have a passionate or an angry response to something that they don't like, right? And it's almost like this person is being triggered into having some sort of passionate or angry or upset response to something. And in turn, it makes this other person think, oh, they do have feelings, or they are human, or they do want me, right? I would not recommend that you get into any kind of situation to where, when you're actually with this person, when they're next to you, when they're in your energy, when you are in relationship with them, that they're not showing you any kind of emotion, any kind of passion, any kind of fire, any kind of desire, or any emotion, right? But as soon as you separate yourself from them, that's when they want to get animated and be excited and be angry and have all of these emotions. And they're only emotional. They're only emotional when you're not with them. They're only emotional. They only want you. They only desire you when you're not with them, right? Because there's this, that suggests to me that there's some sort of game that's being played. Okay. And that this person is only interested whenever you trigger their abandonment wounds, or whenever you trigger their insecurities. Okay. This person may be somebody who comes across as very handsome or is very attractive to a lot of people, and maybe they're not accustomed to rejection, or they still don't even know how to really handle it. So you might have decided to withdraw your energy from this person, or withdraw your energy from the situation, and they have some sort of outlandish or overly passionate response, and you think, oh, it's because they care. And I think it's because their ego is hurt, because their ego is bruised, because they don't tolerate rejection well, and they refuse to allow you to reject them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's clarify this Princess of Chalices. Why is the Princess of Chalices here? Not all money is good money. And I just got that. And how I want to translate that into this reading, so that it relates to this reading, is not everything you see, not all that glitters is gold, right? Not everything that you see that looks like it could be something is that thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be deceived by people who only use emotion or passion or desire to manipulate. Okay. We have the Princess of Wands clarifying the Princess of Chalices. This is talking about letting go of the past, walking away from anything that no longer serves you, but also taking the lesson with you. Okay. Taking what you learned from the situation and applying it to situations in your future, right? What's the point of developing discernment or using your discernment? Or even having discernment, if you're not going to like take it seriously. You know what I mean? So you're having these experiences. Maybe this might not even be the first time you've had this kind of dynamic with somebody, and it could be the very first time you've endured this dynamic with somebody. But it will teach you something. It will show you something. I'm not going to say that this person only came into your life to teach you something, because that sounds a little bit egoist to me when people say stuff like that. Well, they came into my life to teach me this lesson. Well, not necessarily, right? And We all have free will. We can make choices within our relational dynamics. This person could have made different choices, right? This person's intentions might not have been pure from the jump. This person could have been intentionally trying to manipulate. I'm not really sure, but I know right now, based on what I'm saying, that this reaction that they're going to have, or however they're trying to draw you back in or pull you back in, I just want you to, I'm not going to tell you to leave them alone. I'm not going to tell you to break up with them. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. Okay. You decided to withdraw from them for a reason, okay? Don't forget that. Don't disconnect from how cold they felt. Don't disconnect from how disconnected they seemed from you when you were trying to invest in them, when you were trying to connect with them, right? And don't continue pursuing something, once again, that isn't available to you as you know, as a response to them trying to kind of bait and switch on you. Okay. I'm going to leave it right there, Gemini. This is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I will be with you next time.